It's officially a brand new year. But if you're anything like me, you probably didn't wake up on January 1st feeling like your creative energy was matching the fresh start that you've been craving. If so, this video is for you. Let me show you how I've reset that creative spark for myself for 2025. I'll share some simple things you can do in order to feel that optimistic sense of possibility that the new year brings. The steps I'm going to walk us through are the 3 R's: reflect, reset, and restart. You can use them anytime you feel like you need to refresh your creative practice, not just at the beginning of a new year. If you're new here, hi, I'm Frankie Saturn. I help all kinds of people ignite their creative spark and discover new ways to bring their ideas to life. If you want to grow your creativity, whether for your personal growth, your professional development, or a desire to advance social change, you are in the right place, so go ahead and hit subscribe. Here's the thing about creativity. Sometimes you are buzzing with ideas, and other times even picking up a pencil can feel impossible. And that is completely normal. But what if I told you that being stuck isn't really about lacking inspiration? It's about understanding your own creative rhythms and learning how to work with them instead of against them. I'm not a huge believer in New Year's resolutions, but I do believe that the beginning of the year, or even the beginning of a month or a Monday morning, can offer a really hopeful and optimistic feeling of a fresh start. Sometimes, though, those opportunities need a tiny little boost from us to be able to take advantage of their full possible impact. Before we dive into the reset, let's just get honest with ourselves. I want you to grab your favorite notebook or open a new document, whatever feels right. As we go through these questions, don't just think about them, write down whatever comes to mind, and no editing allowed. Question 1. What moments made you lose track of time in 2024? Question 2. When did creating feel more like a chore than a joy? Question 3. What creative dreams did you put on hold and why? And here's the most important question. What would creating feel like if you removed all of the pressure and all of the expectations? Okay, now let's take a breath and then give yourself a pat on the back because you just did the hardest part. These aren't just questions, they are clues to what your creative spirit needs right now. And remember, there are no wrong answers here. So now it's time for the fun part. We're going to reshape our creative environment. But we're not aiming for Instagram perfect minimalism here. We're trying to create a space that makes you feel excited to get creating. Start just with one small corner. Notice what you reach for most often when creativity strikes. These are your essential tools. Everything else, it might be time to consider letting go. The goal isn't perfection, it's just to create room for possibility. When your space works with you instead of against you, your creativity has room to breathe. And remember, this space will evolve as you do. Give yourself permission to rearrange whenever inspiration calls. Now, let's give ourselves a silly little opportunity to restart. Can you remember when you used to create just for the joy of it? Before followers, before likes, before shoulds? That's what we're going to be tapping back into. Okay, first, try drawing without looking at your paper. The messier, the better. Now, switch hands and write a letter to your creative self. Feel like a kid learning to write again. Okay, finally, pick 3 colors you never normally use together and just let them dance on the page. Notice how none of these exercises are about the end result. They're about reconnecting with the pure joy of creating. And look, even these imperfect experiments have their own kind of magic. Finally, let's take just a moment to set some creative intentions for this year. An intention is different from a goal. It's not about hitting targets. It's about setting a direction that feels true to you. Notice how these intentions are about the creative process and not the product. That's on purpose, because when we release the pressure of perfection, we make space for something even better, authentic creative growth. Take a moment now to write down one intention that calls to you. Make it something that just brings a smile to your face when you think about it. Your creativity isn't lost. It's just waiting for the right invitation to return. And sometimes that invitation is as simple as giving yourself permission to play again. Start small. Start today. Your creativity is already there waiting for you. For more ideas to sustain your creativity throughout the year, check out my book, You Are Creative, available on Kindle and paperback. See you guys next week. Bye.